What's up, friends? On today's video, another installment of the Dirty Dozen. This time we're going to take a step down to the 31 to 40 gram weight class. It's probably the weight class that I have the most amount of cars to test in. Not quite as exciting as some of the heavy weights or the heavier cars, but they still need to be tested and see if we've got any speed on the table. And this is what we've got to work with today. First car we're going to take a look at is Kylo Ren. This is a character car, metal body, plastic base, PR5 wheels. Pretty cool looking car, low slung. He weighs in at 31.6 grams, so he barely fits into this weight category. Next up, a Corvette Grand Sport. This one with MC5 wheels. The smaller MC5 wheels I really haven't had a lot of luck with. These cars I didn't just pick willy-nilly. I've got a lot of them out of 5 packs, 20 packs where I might, test the roll on some of them. If they seem like they're pretty good, I'll go ahead and include them in the testing. So not all of the junk that you see in the modern packs are gonna make it in, just the ones that I think might have a chance at it. This one in silver, of course, it's got the large wheels all the way around. Metal body with a plastic base, 34.7 grams. Next up, the 1997 Ford F-150. This one came out of the Harley-Davidson 5-pack. I think I saw this one up at Extreme Diecast Racing, did pretty good. This casting is actually not a bad casting as far as racing goes, especially in the lighter weights. This one does have this 3-spoke wheels, metal body with a plastic base. And he weighs in at, he's at the upper spectrum of this weight category, 40.64. Now remember, anything from 31.0 to 40.99 is going to be included in this weight category. Matchbox Chevrolet Corvette. This one came out of a more recent 5-pack. Seemed like it had some pretty decent wheels on it, even though it does have the tread on the outside like all of our Matchbox do nowadays. I did want to go ahead and throw a Matchbox in the mix, see how he does. He weighs in at 39.1 grams. Faster Than Ever Nerve Hammer from Hot Wheels. Not exactly sure how they got that Nerve Hammer name. It might have something to do with the shape of this junk up here, I don't know. All plastic body. This one does have a metal base. The wheels are the same diameter, front and rear, and they are narrow from front to rear. So maybe we'll see him do some good on the track. 34.7 grams. Next up, you've no doubt seen these hanging on the pegs. It is the neon version of the Rally Cat. It does have the newer style wheels on it. Rally Cat is a pretty wide casting. Shouldn't be a problem on the seamless because it is a little bit wider than our old standard orange track. Neon, yellow, does have different color wheels front and rear. I'm not a big fan of that, but whatever, I don't care. Same diameter front and rear. Wheel track is the same front and rear. Let's see if this one does any good at 34 grams. Crescendo by Hot Wheels. Not my favorite casting in the whole wide world, but they always seem to show promise on the drag strip. Long wheelbase. It does have a nice square wheel track. Wheels are the same diameter front and rear. It's got the reused 6 spokes on it. We'll give it a shot. I think he came out of a 5-pack, I'm not sure. 33 grams on the nose. Lamborghini Aventador. I think you've noticed most of these cars are in pretty much mint condition. I think they probably all were opened out of new packages. This Lambo, I do like the Aventador. I think this was a special edition. I'm not sure exactly. PR5 wheels front and rear. And this one does have the fat rear tires, so we'll have to see if that's going to be a detriment or not. A little bit light, 33.7 grams. Stars and Stripes 68 Mercury Cougar. I do like the wheels on this casting. I've used quite a few of these for wheel farming. They typically have really round wheels. They are 5 spokes with the gold embellishment on the outside of it. Probably seen this one before. Metal body, metal base. This casting can do good on the quarter mile. Does have the same wheel track front and rear with the same wheel size. So hopefully That one has some really good wheels on it, weighing in at about 34 grams. Throwing a little Johnny Lightning into the mix, it's the Hearst Harry Oldsmobile. Of course, this actual car had 2 engines in it, and they replicated that. Actually has really, really good wheels for a Johnny Lightning. Of course, all the wheels on these have been worked already. Looking really, really nice, as Johnny Lightnings typically do. The only thing that's a drawback on this car, it's pretty narrow. Well, maybe he'll do okay. 37.2 grams. Hot Wheels F-Racer. This one, I believe, was a mystery car. This particular one right here. Kind of interesting. Pretty low slung. Metal on metal. The gold in the middle, of course, is plastic. PR5 wheels. It's got big wheels in the back, but they're skinny. Same wheel track front to rear. Hopefully. 34.6 grams. Next out of this mix is going to be a Kenner Fast Ones. I don't remember what they named this car. From the front, it looks like a 70s Camaro. In the rear, well, they must have been smoking some good stuff when they designed this car, is all I can say. Typically, these cars do fairly well. I had one of these in the ranks at one time, but he was shuffled out. This one is not the same car. It is different. In really good condition. Wheels are really nice. Of course, metal body, plastic base. 34.8 grams. All right, those are the 12 cars on the docket for today. Of course, our goal is to try to get these guys into the display. I don't see any of these cars really challenging the stack, but they've got to be run. I'll go ahead and give them some warm-up laps, get the graphite broke in, and then get them loaded up into the bracket. All right, we're back. All the cars have had 2 or 3 laps to break in the graphite. We're rolling 2 at a time, heads up, down this quarter-mile drag strip, fastest pass. After lane swaps, advance the car to the next round unless I see greater than a car length beat. Then it'll be a 1 and done. First car's into the block. It's Kylo Ren in lane 1 and the Corvette Grand Sport in lane 2. Ready, steady. 2287 to a 2306. That was right at a car length. We'll go ahead and re-rack them. Laser swap, we're looking to beat a 2287. 2282 to a 2309. So Kylo Ren takes them both. He'll be advancing. Next up, we got the F-150 in lane 1 and the Corvette in lane number 2. Let's see it. Oh boy. 2294 to a 2344. That was some gappage by the F-150. 1 and done victory. Staged and ready, we've got the Nerve Hammer in lane number 1 and the Rally Cat in lane 2. Here we go. Oh boy. 2293 to a 2314. I expected better out of that Nerve Hammer. Not quite a car length beat. Let's go ahead and re-rack them. Not quite sure what's up with the Nerve Hammer. The wheels on that car spin exceptionally well. 2293, the time to beat. Another 2293. 2 wins by the Rally Cat is going to advance him to the next round. Next in the blocks, Crescendo in lane 1 and the Aventador in lane 2. And go. Not a bad race. 2293 to a 2304. Laser swap, 2293, the time to beat. Crescendo had it from start to finish. 2285 to a 2301. Crescendo wins them both. He advances. Next up, we've got the Hearst Olds from Johnny Lightning in lane 1 and the Cougar in lane number 2. Here we go. Wow, 2264 to 2288. Laser swap, 2264, the time to beat. 2266 to a 2292. Well, that Cougar's pretty quick. He's moving on to the next round. Last 2 in the blocks, we've got the F-Racer in lane 1 and the Fast Ones Camaro in lane 2. Ready, steady. Oh boy, oh boy. 2262 to a 2295. That is Serious gappage by the Camaro. Wheel still spinning. One and done victory. Round one is done. Winners on the right, losers on the left. And don't worry, if we see some good speed in the mix other than the winner, we'll go ahead and throw them up against the ranks as well. Round two leads us off with Kylo Ren in lane one and the F-150 in lane two. On your marks, get set, go. Pretty good race, but it's Kylo Ren, 2283 to a 2290. Laser swap, 2283, the time to beat. 2280 to a 2291. Kylo Ren wins them both. He's moving on. Next up, we got Rally Cat in lane one and the Crescendo in lane two. Here we go. Crescendo all the way down, only taking the win by about 3 thousandths. Laser swap, Rally Cat needs to beat a 2283. He's not gonna get it. 2285 to a 2293. Crescendo taking him on the big end. He wins them both. Last pairing and probably the two fastest cars on the board right now facing off a little early. It's the Cougar in lane one and the Kenner in lane two. Ready, steady. Good race. 2259 to a 2261. Laser swap, 2259, the time to beat. Oh, it's another close one. 2257 to a 2262. This little Camaro gets it done pretty good for being such a lightweight car. Round two in the books. Round three has got Kylo Ren in lane one and the Crescendo in lane two. On your marks, get set, go. Good race, but it is the Crescendo, 2280 to an 84. Just going through the motions at this point, I don't think either one of these cars has anything for the Camaro. 2280, the time to beat. Oh, Kylo Ren takes it on that second lap, 2279 to a 2285. And for the race final, we've got Kylo Ren versus the Camaro wagon. Yep. That was a better race than I was expecting. 72 to a 76. Camaro taking the first one. Laser swap, 2272, the time to beat. Wow. 76 to a 77. That Camaro's fallen off for some reason. He still gets 2 wins and is the overall winner out of this 12-car grouping. Cracking off into the display in the 31 to 40 gram weight category. Oh yeah, that old Matchbox Charger made it back in. Gatekeeper, currently Kenner Fast Ones. What is this? Piston Pusher. Yep, that's him. Okay, Gatekeeper race. We've got 2 Kenner Fast Ones, the Camaro in lane 1 and the Piston Pusher in lane 2. And in all honesty, I went ahead and hit this guy with just a little bit more dust. He seemed like he was slowing down a little bit. These cars have been sitting in their boxes for a while now. They've been dusted, but I don't know, maybe they just need a little bit more help to possibly get them into the display. Here we go. 67 to a 73, he's getting it done. 2267, the time to beat. Lanes are swapped, and the Piston Pusher has recently gotten a reworking as well. He was kicked out, got some wheel work, got back in, and shuffled down to the bottom, and looks like he's gonna be done. Camaro takes them both. Piston Pusher is now retired. Let's jump up quite a few cars. 5 cars? Yeah, Gran Torino. Gran Torino in lane 1, Gold Hot Ones, one of my faves, against the Camaro in lane 2. And go. 63 to a 73. 10 thou off the mark. I don't think we need to rerun that one. Let's jump across. Let's visit the faster than ever Cadillac V16. Cadillac V16 in lane 1, Camaro lane 2. Cadillac V16, another car that made some serious jumps after some wheel working and the seamless track. He's still getting beat though, 62 to a 67. Lane swappage 22.62, the time to beat. Camaro doing it again, 64 to a 70. It is tightening up a little bit. Where do you want to go next? How about Lancer Evo? Haven't had a lot of luck with the Lancer Evos, with the exception of this Gran Turismo. He'll be in lane 1, the Camaro in lane 2. Here we go. 62 to a 68. Laser swap, 22.62, the time to beat. 64 to a 65. He needed a little bit of exercise before he showed his worth. Still, he got beat, but not by much, 1/1000ths. All right, we'll go one more, gold jackhammer. Jackhammer in lane 1, Camaro lane 2. $64 to a 67. Laser swap, can the Camaro pull better than a 22.64? Is he gonna stop here? 60 to a 62, so that's the stopper for the Camaro. Jackhammer, back in his spot. We'll wedge the Camaro in here. Stay, and we continue on. 3 spots down from where the Camaro now sits, we've got the Pro Racing Valvoline Thunderbird. He'll be going up against our Cougar. And go. Man, 22.62 to a 22.71. I don't think we need to see that one again. Apparently, the Cougar decided to turn it on. Let's go up one to my old number 1 in this weight category before seamless, the XJ220 by Jaguar. This is the Revealers edition. Jaguar in lane 1. Oh, that Cougar is getting it. 68 to a 75. Laser swap, Jaguar needs to beat a 22.68. He is not gonna do it. Running consistent with another 68. He takes them both. Okay, do I see a rematch happening already? Why not? Camaro in lane 1 defending his spot against the Cougar. Let's see it. Cougar takes it by 1/1000ths. Laser swap, Camaro needs to beat a 22.63 to keep his spot. To get it. He gets beat. Wow, okay. It is what it is. Stay. Let's whip out this jackhammer one more time. Jackhammer lane 1. Jeez, 63 to a 67. Laser swap, jackhammer needs to beat a 22.63. He probably just did it. Barely. By 1/1000ths. Jackhammer again playing the stopper on this batch. So he really wants to keep that spot. Let's shuffle. Yep. Work with me. Not bad. Okay, 2 cars into this weight category. So we got 2 crapped out the bottom end. Kia Stinger, we'll see how he does against the other 2 cars that I picked out. He hasn't been worked in a while. I don't know how he's going to do. But I certainly hope he beats that ugly thing in lane number 2. All right, let's go. He does, 71 to a 79. Laser swap, Crescendo needs to be a 22.71. No way, Jose, 78 to a 90. One more time with our gatekeeper, this time Kylo Ren trying to get in. And it's a good stinking race, 80 to an 81. Laser swap 2280, the time to beat. Nope. Kia Stinger shuts them down, 2274 to 2283. Okay, Kia Stinger, now the gatekeeper into this weight category. Let me go ahead and get these guys reshuffled. All right, guys, that's gonna put a fork in it for this one. 2 cars into the display out of that batch. Not too bad. I kind of expected the Camaro was gonna get in, but the Cougar, what a good surprise. I do like those wheels. Gatekeeper into this weight category is the Kia Stinger. Hope you enjoyed this one. Many more to come. I appreciate you hanging out with me for a little while. And until next time, y'all stay healthy, have fun racing.